Hello and welcome. I'm Adam Norman, the CEO here at MIM. MIM delivers the global best practice in IT major incident management to our clients in over 90 countries around the world. So I would like to talk to you about the Service Desk today. The Service Desk in the context of major incident management. So how important do you think the Service Desk is to a major incident practice? Very important, right? So if we think about it, the Service Desk traditionally is the inception point for every major incident. Before we hand over to the major incident team, the Service Desk has been notified either by an end user or perhaps internally one of the technical resolving group members has notified them that there is a major incident or a potential major incident, or from the impact they have determined it may be a major incident. So really, in order for the major incident practice, when they first get notified of a major incident, to be able to respond quickly, to issue stakeholder comms in a timely manner, and obviously all we're saying in the initial comms is we are aware there may be a major incident and we are mobilising the operation to respond to that major incident. We're trying to establish confidence within the minds of stakeholders that we have this under control, we are aware of it, and we are mobilising to engage. We don't have to know everything about it at this stage. But in order to be able to issue comms that actually mean something and are going to enable us to build that confidence and that trust with stakeholders, we need high quality information to get off to a good start. Now, what we often find happens is the Service Desk and the major incidents team actually have quite a contentious relationship. So there's often many battles and struggles that ensue. And it's not really necessary, and I don't think it's very fair. If we think about what the Service Desk is in most organisations, it's naturally where most people, where most of us will start our career. So what that actually means is it's going to have some of the people who have had the least experience and exposure to the IT operation. Yet we expect them to have a high degree of knowledge and be able to determine what is and what isn't a major incident. And we're often very critical about that. I think that's quite an unfair thing to do. Naturally as well, by the nature of the role, it's going to have higher turnover of staff. And that doesn't mean they all leave, but you do have a higher turnover on service desks, and that might be that people are internally promoted or developing their career and taking stepping stones into new roles. It's not to say that there aren't very good people and very experienced people on a service desk. It's just to say that often people use that to move to different roles, so you lose that knowledge, skill and talent, and then you have more newer people doing it. And really what often happens is the service desk contact the major incident team, and immediately the major incident team look at it and what am I supposed to do with that? There's not enough information, I can't issue comms on that, I don't even know which technical resolving group team I need to speak to based on that one sentence or line that you've put in there that you've called a major incident on. And they kick it back, and so the poor service desk staff have to try and find out more information. They're either going back to the end user, they are contacting them, they're going to the technical teams and scrambling to find out. But the thing about doing that is it's now elongated the period of time that if it is a major incident has occurred. So if there is a genuine major incident, stakeholders or end user may become aware because they are impacted and they've heard nothing from the major incident team. No formal comms. So it undermines immediately the confidence that we should be able to build as an operation. So forgetting that there's a service desk and there's a major incident team that potentially are separate, end users don't know or don't care about that. They just see the IT operation as having not responded. So it's not really a great approach. And as I mentioned, I also think it's quite an unfair one. This concept that we often talk about here at MIM around leadership in its truest sense, proper leaders never really look at situations and place blame everywhere else, what they normally do is look internally. So, for example, if my team don't carry out an action that I've asked them to do and we miss a target or a deadline or whatever it may be, my first thought normally is, what have I done wrong? Did I not articulate the seriousness or the requirement very well? Did I not impart the why so they were inspired and incentivized to really go after this particular item? Did I fail to check in and provide appropriate support to them? But there's all these things really that are within my power that I potentially could have done to support them better. Or did they not fully understand and did I not check in? And major incident management is very, very similar. If there's things that go wrong, we as the major incident professional are accountable end to end for everything that happens there and for everyone involved, including the service desk. So if the service desk aren't capturing the right information, we've not done a very good job in empowering them to do so in a way that minimises and gives them good mechanisms for capturing quality information consistently. So some really good examples of that. At its most basic form, a checklist that is on the desk of every service desk analyst agent, whether at home or in the office. Every time they suspect a major incident, very clear checklist of what's required of them, what information they need to capture. And that can obviously be built into the tool too. Training. So when somebody is new to the service desk, we will train them in our processes and procedures. Why would we not train them in how to log a major incident? And because major incidents are so important, it might be costing a business tens of thousands of pounds per minute. If we get into an hour, it could be millions of pounds for many companies. Why would we not take the time to properly, continually train them around major incidents? So I don't mean once and forget about it, but when they join the team, formal training, whether that is video-based, so we create videos as a major incident team of this is the information that we need from you, this is why a major incident is so important, this is what the major incident process looks like, and actually this is what we will be doing in the background once you hand us the information. So giving people the why, really, really powerful, like understanding why what they are doing matters, and naturally the service desk doing this hugely matters. It's of great importance to us. So giving them that understanding, but then also, whether it's videos, checklists, whether it's process documents, giving them ongoing time, so a representative from the major incident team, once, for example, every fortnight, it's an arbitrary period, it might be a week, it might be a month, has a Zoom call or a virtual meeting of some kind, or in person if you can, with members of the service desk around major incident management, simply to answer any questions they have or to address any challenges there are. Why would the major incident team not also have an acceptance reporting meeting, like with the service desk manager? So actually, with all the things we've put in place, we've still got these issues. These are the people who have logged it, like can we support them in any other way? Can we provide more training? And building that relationship with the service desk team to also support the people, so the quality gets better and better and better. Perhaps we build onboarding packs, the same way that if you were to join a new company, human resources, depending on the company, will have wonderful packs of information onboarding you, giving you lots of information about the company, what to do. Why would we not build that into the process for when someone starts on the service desk? A little pack about major incident management, what it is, why it matters to their job. So there's loads of things that we can do here to support the service desk, and ultimately everybody wins. The service desk gets to feel more confident in logging major incidents. They don't have to worry about the unpleasant experience of contacting a major incident team only to get something kicked back and not quite sure what to do with it. And the major incident team gets the information they need in order to issue quick and effective stakeholder comms and engage the right technical resolving groups. And naturally, because of that, stakeholders get a better service from the major incident practice. So it's a really, really simple fix, but for some reason in the industry, we often don't. We just build up more and more of this negative relationship between two teams, and we behave as if actually we're not all working towards the same goal, and therefore we should be supporting each other, And also, we behave like the major incident team isn't leading and owning everything that happens with a major incident. We're like, no, this sits over here, but actually we're the ones with the knowledge to support them and empower them. So it's a really interesting topic. It's something that we see a lot of. Many of you will be aware, the industry standard about 3 years ago for initial comms being issued for a major incident was 30 minutes, and most companies adhered to that. We drove that, it took us about 5 years to be fair, from driving into initial 15 minutes to be the baseline and the industry standard. It was a very proud moment for us when we saw, I think it was 2 years ago in the end, it started to transform. Most of the industry shift to initial 15-minute comms as the benchmark, as the target that they'd set. And I know in the last annual report that we've just done now, something like 74%, I might be off by a percentage or two, it's in the 70s, % of organisations surveyed are now, for their major incident practices, hitting the initial 15 minutes. Now, that's brilliant, and we're really proud of that, really privileged to have been able to serve the community and help be a part of that change for all of us delivering a better service. But what I'd say is, you can only get there if all the components exist. The right tools and technology that enable speed and automate the things that can be automated and remove administrative tasks that don't really need to be done, or we don't add value as major incident managers. We don't add value. Anyone could do contacting a bunch of technical resolving groups. We could have someone who does admin do that. So instead, one-click bridge calls, for example, automatic calling of technical staff on rotas, and automatic escalation through those rotas, as many of the prominent major incident tool providers do. Excellent tool sets. And the component of the right information captured in the right way, enabling us to understand what we need to do, how we need to do it, how we need to communicate from the service desk, being another absolutely vital component to that initial 15 minutes. If the service desk don't have the right training experience and aren't able to give us the high quality information we need, then we're never going to be able to issue effective communications within 15 minutes. We're going to be scrambling around trying to find more information. The comms we issue may not be of high quality, meaning we never really manage to establish stakeholder confidence to a high standard, because the first update we issue is either late, not timely, they hear about it before we're the ones that tell them, which is a terrible thing to occur, unless they're directly impacted, in which case they probably know. And it just starts the whole major incident off on a poor function. So something I'm really passionate about, the service desk and the major incident team working really well together, and the major incident team being the ones to give all of their knowledge and support to the service desk in order for the service desk to provide a much stronger, better handover that actually starts as our inception point for high performance throughout the major incident. So I hope you found this valuable. I hope it's very useful. I hope it shifts some thinking between some teams who are currently locked in this contentious relationship. We should be on the same side. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.